Yo, yo. Y'all still tuned in there? Yes, sir. This is your boy Harlem Smiley, man, and you are tuned in to Crips and Bloods in New York, man. And today, this is not the Harlem Smiley story. We're talking about something different. We're talking about the rise and fall of the old gangs like UK, Zulu Nation, Lowlies, Deceps, and the rise of these new gangs running around New York City like the Blickies, the Choos, the Woos, BMG. It's a lot of different stuff, man, we're going to talk about. And, of course, you know we got to get into the mixture of how this all fits into Crips and Bloods in New York. I've been seeing a lot of y'all reactions out there, seeing a lot of y'all blogs. Y'all got to stop biting my style. Y'all using my content. Come on, man. Get y'all own originality in there. What's that in there, man? Y'all in there on that couch? Come on, man. You can't get this money if you in there sleep on that couch. Dirt Gang TV, Harlem Smiley, we rolling. Woos, Choos, rise and fall of the New York gangs. Let's roll. Yikes. The side block, nigga. It's Curry Low, nigga.
You are now tuned into Bossman Tough Beat.
I'm just a Brooklyn Crip from a Harlem set. Show some respect. If not, cuz, put it in check. I'm up next. It's your boy Harlem Smiley, man. And you are tuned in to the one and only Dirt Gang TV. So today, we are talking about the rise and fall and the upcoming New York gangs, such as like the Woos, the Choos, the ones that, you know, used to run like the BMWs, Brooklyn Most Wanted. You know, they used to always drive around BMWs. We see stuff come, we see stuff go. But Crips and Bloods been here for a long time. What about these other ones, man? They gonna last? So before we get started, man, I want to say first off, rest in peace, Fred the Godson. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Fred the Godson. That's crazy. Fucking coronavirus just taking away good people. Secondly, y'all grab y'all lighters, man. Y'all grab y'all Dutchies, y'all Swishes, whatever it is y'all roll up, man. Y'all backwoods, get y'all Fonto paper ready, and y'all sync up, man. Ready? Lighters up. I don't know what y'all smoking on out there. Leave it in the comments. Me, I'm smoking Crayola. Crayola rocks. And if you know it, and if you think y'all know what that is, y'all don't. I'm smoking what I call a crayon blunt right now. This is a crayon blunt. Granddaddy purple inside of there. Green crack inside of there. Blue dream inside of there. I also got pink runts inside of here, and I got pink cookies inside of here. Just a bunch of different colors flowing around this blunt. So if you hear the it ain't the corona, I promise. So boom. All right. So a lot of y'all youngins out there, y'all do know about the Cho and y'all do know about the Woos. They got a lot of conflict going between each other right now. But not even in the gang aspect. We're gonna get to that too. But just as far as the music go, drill music, it's a lot going on with drill music. Chicago, we started it. UK, we perfected it. Brooklyn, we just taking it to a whole nother level. That's how these three different branches are thinking. And I'm be honest, I heard this shit in Chicago like years ago. And when I first heard it in Chicago, I was like, oh, this is crazy. But when they was doing it, it didn't get super crazy popular like that. Like it stayed in, you know, that Midwest, South Side Chicago, you know, in that area around there, St. Louis, Chicago. A lot of people, you know, from that region knew about it, but it didn't go too far that. But people from UK caught on to it. And then they started busting it. Then it's like, they got out there, they like, when I say perfected it, the beats, they started mixing, because in Chicago drill rap, it was just a lot of the beats was just very similar. It's kind of hard to mix up drill beats sometimes. So in UK, what they did was they learned how to ride the beat, pause that, you know what I'm saying? And then they also learn how to make the beat sound different from other beats. That's why I say perfected it. Now, when I say Brooklyn drill rappers, such as the Cho rappers and the Woo rappers, took it to a whole nother level, such as like Pop Smoke, rest in peace. Well, that's why I say they took it to a whole nother level, because they got the whole world listening to drill music right now. And it's crazy that it came on unfortunate events as far as, you know, Pop Smoke death. But I tell the people a lot of times too, people was listening to Pop Smoke before he died. It shocked me a couple of months ago when I was riding through and I heard this black dude, but he was in the military. He was playing Pop Smoke. It shocked me because I didn't think people out here know about Pop Smoke. But now that he passed away, it's even more people like that know about Pop Smoke. I'm at the store. So I'm coming out the store, just grabbing my shit. White dude, BMW, got two of his friends in the car. Pull up, playing Pop Smoke. I forgot the song they were saying. About, I'm sitting there, he's singing it. Then the part come up when they like, all my niggas, they fuck with the woo. And they throwing a woo. And they sitting there and they bouncing back and forth. See what I'm saying? Of course, they not saying the N-word, but they rocking back and forth. So, you know, he gets out his car and he see me. And they music down now. So now I turn up my Pop Smoke. And they just looking over there like, what is this? What is this? So now they looking. You know, I'm just doing that just to mess with them. So now I turn down my music. What y'all know about Pop Smoke? They like, man, I love that guy. See what I'm saying? I'm like, oh. So y'all woo? They like, what? I'm like, you woo? Y'all throwing a woo? Y'all woo? They like, nah, man, we just like the music. I say, yo, y'all don't even know what that mean. Y'all gotta watch me. Y'all go to New York? Yeah, man, I've been there a couple of times. I got people upstate. Watch it. Because, hey, if you ain't woo and you running a woo, see you throw that up, and you ain't woo, for Chelsea you throwing it up. They might think you the opposite. Gotta watch what you do out here. But that wasn't the whole point of the story. The whole purpose of is the fact that Pop Smoke is actually being played in California all across. It's crazy when people pass away that it takes for their music to just take off like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Elvis Presley, a lot of people rock with Elvis Presley when he was alive. But when he died, his music, like, Michael Jackson, the only person I didn't see that with. See what I'm saying? Like, when he died, his music still, you know, but a lot of, like Biggie, Tupac, their music was good and people was listening with their music, but when they passed away, to the top. Anyway, let's switch up the flows a little bit. So I do got a couple of notes here, so of course I'll be looking down. So back in the day, there was a couple of older gangs that was running around the New York period. We ain't going to just say Brooklyn, but New York period. Now, there's more than these that I'm about to list right now, but we don't got time. I don't want to keep y'all here all day to get into all of the older gangs. But anyway, you had Decepticons. You know what I'm saying? That was like, I bring them up a lot because they're like the unknown gang that a lot of people really don't speak on, and they used to cause havoc throughout the late 80s, early 90s. Like even the early 2000s, they was still some flowing around. BMW, Brooklyn Most Wanted. Brooklyn Most Wanted used to, like, they wasn't around super long, but people know them because they was super flashy. Brooklyn Most Wanted, they was super flashy, see what I'm saying? UK, United Kingdom, based specifically out of, like, the Flatbush area. Crazy, though. Before, like, Bloods and Crips was running through, like, Flatbush and all that, UK was like, you didn't mess with, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a lot of islanders out there, you know, whether you was Jamaican, Guyanese, West Indian, Trinidadian, you know, whatever was in that area, you know, if you rock with UK, you rock with UK. You had L&W, see what I'm saying? Which L&W, at the time, it was like, L&W, I don't want to call it a spinoff of Blood. L&W was kind of out for a while, and then when Blood came to New York, they kind of drifted too, which is basically like Harlem. That's like a Harlem-based, you know, gang or whatever like that too. You know, never really left like Harlem or Manhattan too much. You know, maybe went into the Bronx, but other than that though, you know, it was just like, they was out for a while too. A lot of people don't talk about them. Low Lives. Low Lives is another one. They was running through pretty much the whole New York City. You know, at one time, it was like, you know, Low Lives and Decepts was like, you know, those was like big gangs, like right when Blood and Crip was just circulating through New York City too. And then ABG. Anybody Get It too. ABG, but ABG first came out when it was Anybody Get It. ABG circulated at the same time as like Bloods and Crips circulated to New York. But when it first came out, it was literally black rags, because at this time I told y'all GDs wasn't, GDs in New York. I don't know if it was a misconsumption, but when they first came, BGD, when they first was in New York, they used to rock blue flags. They used to rock black flags too, but everybody used to rock black flags. If you was Blood, it wouldn't look crazy you rocking a black flag. You was rocking out your right pocket. You was a Crip, you rock a black flag, you was rocking out your left pocket. See what I'm saying? God body color was black. You know what I'm saying? God body used to wear black flags like a motherfucker. See what I'm saying? But it's just like now, if you rock a black flag in New York, you specifically GD. You see what I'm saying? So, but it wasn't like that before. But ABG, same thing. They used to go against anybody. That's what it meant by Anybody Get It. Started in Brooklyn, but made its way throughout the whole New York City. But slowly but surely, they slowly converted over to Blood. See what I'm saying? It went from being Anybody Get It to where, nigga, if you go against Blood, you getting it. See what I'm saying? And then slowly disintegrated. Each one of these gangs that I mentioned, at one point in time, all had their status, or had their names, whether it was in a specific community, being like UK and Flatbush, or L&W and Harlem, or they was just known all around New York City, like ABG and the Deceps and the Low Lives. You see what I'm saying? So, for the most part, that's why when I tried, that's why this is named Gangs in New York. Because people think that Bloods and Crips was the first gangs that came to New York, and then it was no gangs in there. That's why I keep hearing there was no gangs in New York before that. There was gangs. It just was no specific Bloods, Crips, and BGDs or GDs at this time, but we're going to get more into that. Now let's get into some major gangs. You got the Latin Kings. Latin Kings is mainly based out of Chicago, a Chicago-based gang. Well, I wouldn't say a Chicago-based gang. I would say where it started from, but Latin Kings is probably deep. It's probably either the same amount of members in New York as it is in Chicago, maybe even more. Latin Kings done spread out everywhere. You can find Latin Kings in Florida. You can find, I'm talking about, like, you don't really find too many Latin Kings on the West Coast. Like, there's Mexican gangs and stuff out here too. You see what I'm saying? Latino gangs. But throughout the whole East Coast, if they talking about that, it's either MS-13, Latin King. Those are like the two when you talk about Spanish gangs. And Latin King is known throughout the jail system. Way before Bloods and Crips came to New York, Latin Kings was running the jails. They was running the streets. They was like the first real, like, big organized gang that I can remember from my time growing up. See what I'm saying? Was the Latin Kings. Truth be told, they the reason why Bloods even took place in New York City. It wasn't to just say, oh, let's copy California. Nah, they was literally in jail trying to find a way to not get extorted by the Latin Kings. The Latin Kings had the jails on lock, late 80s, early 90s. The jails was on smash. So these little small gangs that I just mentioned, those wasn't going to beat the Latin Kings. You couldn't be part of no small gang and think that was going to beat the Latin Kings. Nah, that's here for where the Bloods came in the mix at. And wherever there are Bloods, just remember, there's always going to be a Crip following. Oh, yeah, they doing this out here like this? All right, they got Bloods. Let me show them the other side. Wherever there's Crips start at, there's going to be some Bloods following. It happens like that all the time. Latin Kings rock yellow flags. They rock gold flags. See what I'm saying? They got Latin Kings and they got Queens too, Amondare, ADR. Y'all know what it is. Then you got Nietas. Nietas, late 80s, early 90s, not even late 80s, throughout the whole 80s, early 90s, always had a big impact. Another Latino gang. A lot of people don't talk about. The Nietas was putting in work in jails, on the streets, inside of the inside of the drug trade, running women. They was doing it all. Used to rock white flags. A lot of people don't talk about the Nietas. The Nietas and the Kings at one point, they was cool with each other. Didn't have no squabbles. But slowly but surely, they started getting into it with the Kings. And just like a lot of other gangs did, you got a choice. You can either join us or get smashed out. So you used to always see Nietas late 80s, throughout the whole 90s, early 2000s. And then next thing you know, slowly disintegrated. And a lot of them turned Latin King. White flag. You don't see no white flag nietas really running through New York. You may catch a couple of the little old school ones, you know. But other than that, they used to be deep. But Latin Kings, took them over. Zulu Nation. African Bambaataa started this as like a rap group. See what I'm saying? Zulu Nation. You know the African colors. Y'all know the print ready too. Green, black, red. That's what it is. See what I'm saying? That was their colors. It went from being a rap group to almost to a full-out gang. The Zulu Nation. Yes, it was a full-out gang. We used to have a universal handshake as Crips with the Zulu Nation. We used to have a universal handshake also with the Lag Kings at one time and with the Nietas and with the GDs. That's why I try to tell people but let me not go too far. We used to have Zulu Nation went from a rap group started by African Bambaataa and turned into a whole gang. Now this was mainly in Queens, Southside Queens. It escalated through. People in Brooklyn knew about Zulu Nation. People in Manhattan knew about Zulu Nation. But in Queens, they was deep. And it went from a rap group to a gang, and they used to rock red flags, black flags, and they used to rock green flags. But they used to wear it on the left side. Because Bloods at that time was wearing red flags, green flags. They was wearing black flags also, but they was wearing it on the right side. So the Zulu Nation, that's why if you see somebody walking with a green rag, red rag, or a black rag in their left pocket, they was either probably Crip, because of the black, you know, for the black part, or if it was a red rag or a black or a red rag or a green rag, and they was in their left pocket, they was 9 times out of 10 Zulu Nation. And this was through early 90s, through like the early 2000s. And next thing you know, Zulu Nation slowly disintegrated. More and more people got older, less people knew about African Bambaataa. They members got older because, you know, they ain't have like a lot of young members running around under them. It's crazy. So, yeah, Zulu Nation was a gang. A lot of people don't talk about them. Before Bloods and Crips. This whole blog is just for people who think Crips and Bloods was the first gangs that came to New York. It wasn't. You got the rise of gangs. You got the fall of gangs. Some stuck around a long time. Some didn't make it past the mid-2000s. It is what it is. New York, baby, home of the brave. Then you had BGD. Not GDs. We're not talking about just GDs yet. You had BGD, Black Gangster Disciples. So, a lot of y'all in Chicago, y'all sitting back right now holding y'all heads. A lot of y'all new GD members sitting back holding y'all heads right now. Like, what is he talking about? Once upon a time, this BD, GD split up is not something that's been going on for like 30-something years, 20, 30 years. No, this is not something that's been happening for that long. If it happened in Chicago, it hit New York later. This is not something that's been going on. So when we running around and we was running around with folks, they was BGD, Black Gangster Disciples. And then, lo and behold, that ended up splitting. And it didn't disintegrate, though. Not like the other gangs did. It didn't disintegrate. It just split. And some just went BDs, Black Disciples. Some went GDs, Gangster Disciples. That's it. So instead of them splitting and their whole gang disintegrated, they just split into 2 different gangs. Someone went to the BD side. Most people went to the GD side. That's why you got Folk Nation. It's a bunch of stuff. People Nation. You got the Vice Lords. It's a lot of stuff. See what I'm saying? But as far as in New York, BGD was running around there. See what I'm saying? It was just BGD, not just GDs at this time. This is before the Woo, the Choo. It was BGD. Late 80s, early 90s, all to the 2000s. It was BGD running around. It is what it is. Call it what y'all want. MS-13. A lot of people think MS-13 was new. I didn't have my first encounter with MS-13s till like 99, 2000, around that year, whatever like that. But on Long Island. Once I moved to Long Island, I noticed that MS-13s have been out here since the late 80s, early 90s. This ain't nothing new. They've been in, you know, it's just, it's hard when you migrate all the way from the West to make it out there. It took them a little while to get out of here. MS-13 is an old gang in California. They are old gang in a lot of other places. It just took a while to hit New York. Like they deep in Baltimore, they everywhere. MS-13 is like roaches. You never gonna get rid of all of them. Never. You can spray all the raid, bomb all you want to. You're never gonna get rid of MS-13. A lot of people do talk about them, so we ain't gonna spend too much time on them or whatever like that. Guard body. 5%er. 7-star. This 80s, 90s, 2000s, current, guard body in Queens, guard body in jail. Throughout the whole 80s and 90s was literally respected by most. He was a 5%er. Yes, Crips also used to throw up handshake with guard bodies. They was on a 7-star. I got a couple, I know a couple of guard bodies. Yeah. I used to live right down the block from Nas and them projects on there. I used to get my hair cut from that same barbershop where they had that shooting at in Belly. Yeah, on Guard Brew in like 130 something. Right before, like right after Baisley, right before you hit the conduit. Yeah, I used to get my hair braided over there. I mean, I used to get my hair cut in there all the time. Guard body was running around something crazy through the jails and through Queens. You hear 5%ers. They don't eat pork. They not Muslims. Similar, but I'm not going to get too deep in their what's names. But once again, Latin Kings, they used to get into it with a lot. Then when Bloods came, they was getting into it with jail with a lot of blood. So a lot of people who was guard body had the same, what's the name? The same ultimatum. Turn blood or get smashed out. A lot of them was older. They left them alone. It is what it is. But in this instance, turn blood or get smashed out. It's simple. So a lot of people who was guard body end up turning blood. But once again, late 80s, early 90s was deep. If you didn't know about guard body, you wasn't from New York or never been locked up before. So then now, 93 come up. Blood starting in jail. We don't need to go deep into that history. I know a little bit more about that history already. There's no need to go deep into that. 94, debatable. 94, early 95, Crips come to New York. Always happens. See what I'm saying? If somebody start a blood set somewhere, best believe Crips probably gonna follow. All it's gonna take is for one Crip who actually gets the okay to start something, and they just give it their little twist on it. It happens all the time. See what I'm saying? So, and then this was like, you know, then from all the 90s throughout the 2000s, the current, Crips and Bloods slowly made a lot of these other gangs who was running around, you know, kind of made them converge over, especially Blood, because Blood, everybody wanted to be Blood. When Blood came out, everybody wanted to be Blood. Even if you wasn't Blood, you knew somebody that was Blood. Everybody wanted to be Blood. And this is 93, 94, 95, 96. See what I'm saying? It wasn't until when like, you know, Snoop, you know, and like the music videos and like, you know, time like that to where like Crips started really getting like popular through like music and stuff like that. You had Bow Wow running around early 2000s, C-walking, and now you looking at Corrupt and you looking at Snoop, you know, they C-walking all the time. Then you got Dub C, like everybody who was a gang member loved Dub C just because his C-walk. Like I can't quote you a Dub C song at all right now. But as far as like, you know, his C-walking ability, you know, it's him, Snoop, and OT Genesis. When you talk about C-walking kings, these are the three people who you talk about. Snoop, OT Genesis, and you talk about, you know, this guy. Then it was like, you had people like, you know, Daz. Then you had the East Siders. So when that, you know, when that era came out, that's when a lot of people started realizing like, yo, you know, it's know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of Crips. Yeah, it was crazy. But, you know, as far as like, you know, there was, everybody wanted to be blood. It was new. You know, it was a bright red color. Blue was like a universal color. Everybody couldn't wear red. So, yeah, it was crazy. Once upon a time, it was the reverse. I tell people all the time, to be Crip in New York was to like be blood in LA back in like 78 through like all the 80s and stuff like that, the 90s. It was hard to be blood in LA because Crips was out first. Everybody wanted to be Crip. Everybody was running around Crips. You wanted to be Crip. To be blood in LA, it was hard. Crip, when Crips came, nobody was trying to be Crip. Before, like Snoop was out for a long time, but we talking about like music video days when like videos was running around, MTV, Rap City, The Basement, and all this stuff like that. We talking about at this time, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We talking about this time. It wasn't cool. Listen, it wasn't cool before to be Crip, but now it's the exact opposite because you got nice little rappers out there like the Woo rappers and the Choo, which are two gangs out there too. Now the Woo consists of, and for y'all out there who just been sleeping, haven't been, you know, you've been on that couch not getting this money, just haven't been tuned in. The Woo is a mixture of a blood set and Crip set, but it's weird. It's not like it's a full-fledged gang. See what I'm saying? That was never the intent for it to be. The intent for it was to be a rap group. And that's what it started out as. But then when you got gang members that's joining a rap group, that's why I try to specify on that. A lot of people like, how they start a whole gang with his Bloods and Crips in it. That was not the intent. That was not the intent. The intent when it started as a rap group. So if you know somebody who can rap and he blood, who cares? You know what I'm saying? You want to come rock with the Woos? That's how it went. See what I'm saying? Oh, you know, you Crip. You know what I'm saying? No matter. I'm saying you rap. You want to come rock with the Woos? And then from there, because they rapping got so popular, it just took off. See what I'm saying? Cho's is a little different. See what I'm saying? Cho's not too different, but they got GDs. So now when BGD and when BDs and GDs split up from BGD, GDs like came to New York, but there's no BDs running around New York. At least I don't know. I don't see Vice Lords and BDs running around New York. Chicago gangs, you got Lag Kings and you got GDs. So it is what it is. See what I'm saying? So what happened was when they actually flopped like that too, and they split, GDs really have no allies in these streets no more. That's the problem. It was like Crips was rocking with GDs for like, I'll say for probably like 10, maybe 15 years. And then when the split happened, they got no allies. And unfortunately, when they did the Cho thing, they were like, all right, it was the same thing. We don't care if you, all right, you Crip. See what I'm saying? You a rapper? You want to come rock with the Chos? See what I'm saying? But it's mostly GDs. You see what I'm saying? With a sprinkle of Crips, sprinkler, you know what I'm saying? A little sprinkle of Damu. But the same Damus, like you wouldn't be a brim and you would have brims and you wouldn't have brims and woos and then brims and Chos. Like it don't work like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But the Cho members, y'all had the streets. Y'all had it on lock. Y'all was good. Y'all was rocking with Kodak Black. Remember, this is before people was even knowing about, you know, people in New York knew about Woo rappers. But as far as like outside of New York, a lot of people didn't know about Woo rappers then. People knew about the Blickies because of Kodak Black. The sniper gangs, 22Gs. Like, that had y'all on a map at that time. Because even when that shit first, I'm like, who the hell is the sniper gang? See what I'm saying? Who the hell is the 22Gs? See what I'm saying? Niggas is calling you 22Gs. Who is this? See what I'm saying? Who is this? Like, we know who Kodak Black is, but why is he in Brooklyn running around with them? What's significance? And then people started listening to y'all music. So it's like really on the drill scene, y'all was like the first ones from New York to really like, to not really do it, but to capture it, to get the essence of it, to actually people start really thinking like, yo, this is crazy. Because they tried it in UK. UK just didn't get the acknowledgement out here like y'all getting right now too. But y'all should have stuck to the music role. And now, because of the split, right? So what happened is with the Woo, right? With Woo rappers, whether you a rapper or whether you not a rapper, 9 times out of 10, too, the Crips that's in there is probably from G-Stone. Probably from, I'm saying, August 23rd, 8/23rd, 8 Deuce Tray, whatever you want to call they set. They 9 times, more than likely, they rock with the Woos. And that was the set that I keep trying to tell people for the most part. That was the first set that I know, to my knowledge, that said, nah, we not fucking with that 6-point star shit. That shit is bogus. That was the first set. Was G-Stone. That said, nah, something's off with this. I can't rock with this 6-point star. One thing about G-Stone, they thrive off of not having no LA connections. Yeah, they Crip, but they don't got, they feel like, nah, we ain't got to go checking with nobody because we ain't got no set out here. This is a Crip set that's New York, Brooklyn based. It's simple. They got a lot of members outside of New York though. So when you talk about G-Stone, it's a lot of them. See what I'm saying? So it's like now, they was the first set that dropped that 6-point star shit. So which means they the first set that saying we not rocking with the GDs no more. See what I'm saying? GDs went ahead flipped. They was rocking with the Bloods at the time. Had some non-ball shit flowing. Okay. That's where the GDs messed up at. Way before a lot of these, the Choo stuff came. This is way a little bit way before their time. See what I'm saying? So, but y'all had the streets. Y'all had the streets. And then next thing you know, from out of nowhere, you got rappers like Young Costamato, Fabio Foreign, Pop Smoke, rest in peace. That's Woo rappers, and that's coming out of nowhere. And they are taking over. So now you got 2 different cliques, right? 2 different rap cliques. The Choos and the Woos, who basically doing the same music, but they don't rock with each other. Why? Because for the most part, this is mainly Crip, which is the Woos, and this is mainly GDs, which is the Choos, but they don't rock with each other at all right now because the 6-point star and the 8 ball is crack. Super crack. And they was the first set to really have an acknowledgement on doing that. So now you got tension just because these are just 2 different gangs and 2 different cliques that's doing the same music. So of course what happens? They start beefing with each other. They start dropping diss records on each other and all that too. And then it pours on to the streets. Something started in jail, it pours over to the streets. Shit always travels. You see what I'm saying? So it made it to the streets. So now what happens is you got people who's not rappers that's repping Woo. Now you got people who's not rappers that's repping Choo. And now what happens is now it's going on IG Live. It's going on Facebook. It's going on YouTube. It's pouring to the streets. Now it's going from just being rap beef to regular beef. This is what's happening. This is why I'm breaking it down to y'all like this. On the Blood side of things, you got Bloods that rock with Woos, and you got Bloods that rock with Choo from 2 different sets. Same thing with them. Y'all Bloods, but, oh, he Woo, he Choo. Now they get into it. But then now it's 2 high-ranking members that's high-ranking members in Blood. Now they getting other people involved into it as far as sets. Now it's sets that beefing with each other. So, just like how Blood and Crip had a big impact on taking over, you know, New York, the Woo and the Choo is doing the exact same thing. But, from a music standpoint, the drill scene, the drill music, it's cool. It's slowly disintegrating. Here's why. You can't do a whole album of drill music. The beat sounds too similar. Your flow gonna sound too similar. The songs sound way better when you're able to switch up your flow. You can only switch up your flow but so many times on a drill beat. So what happens is Y'all gonna have to do like Pop Smoke was doing. And he caught this towards the end. He started realizing that he has to do a little bit more than just drill music. It gotta be, I keep telling y'all, Pop Smoke, I got like 15 bangers I like from him. But PTSD is my favorite song. Why? It's because you so used to hearing him rap on drill beats and the flow sounds so similar. On PTSD is a totally different beat. So you like, oh, you can hear his bars fully. You can hear he had punchlines. It's hard when you a punchline rapper, it's hard to do a drill beat because you want your punchlines to be clear. You want them to be crisp. You want them to hear it. You don't want to have to just rush it towards the next one because you rhyming on a drill beat that has like 145 to 170 RPM. And I'm not talking about the thing on the dashboard. We talking about as far as the speed of the tempo of your beat. It's crazy. It's kind of hard to do that. I'm a punchline rapper. It's kind of hard to do that. So now that I'm poured to the streets, Choo, listen to this and listen to this clear. Y'all got to start moving in these streets how Crips used to move around back in the day in the 90s. Reason being, I know y'all not feeling Crips too much right now. I know y'all not rocking with us too much right now, but it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? What you got to do is, for the most part, you got to make sure y'all move how like Crips used to move in the 90s. We used to move in silence. We used to get our money. It wasn't about the whole, camera, close your door. Oh, my son at school right now. You know what I'm saying? A little online schooling, sidebar. So, yeah, it's about, getting your money, moving in silence, making sure y'all good. Because right now, y'all outnumbered. Back in the 90s, mid-90s, when everybody wanted to be blood, and then you had gangs like ABG that was fully converting over to blood. Then you had gangs like L&W that was fully converting over to blood. Low Lives that was fully converting over. I mean, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? They was fully converting over to blood. So there was a lot of competition in these streets for Crip. GDs was the only allies we had that was big at that time. We had D-Seps that used to rock with us. UK used to rock with us when they switched over, whatever like that. But for the most part, though, major gangs, nah. The Bloods and Lag Kings are on the same star. They both on the 5-point star. They never really had no big like squirrels like that. For a couple of years, yeah. But when Crips and folks became some, Lag Kings fell some kind of way. Because if y'all not familiar with Lag King knowledge, Latin Kings and folks do not get along in Chicago at all. At all. They are not on the same star. They do not rock with each other on no part. Chicago, if you're in a 5-point star, you don't rock with nobody on the 6-point star. Or like the Latin Kings call it the 5-point crown. Anyway, so y'all got to move how like Crips used to move back in the day. Y'all got to move in silence right now. Y'all got to make y'all money. Y'all got to chill because not for nothing, you got a bunch of people right now that's running around that's not even Woo. I don't know how they get their members in. I don't know if you gotta actually go get jumped in or something like that. See what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how you turn Woo. But it's a lot of people out here running around like the white boys who I ran down on that's running around that's literally jacking Woo. And they not even Woo. So you got the real Woos you gotta worry about. GDs I'm talking about as far as like Choos, the Blickies. Y'all got Crips y'all gotta worry about. Y'all got anybody who Woo y'all gotta worry about. Y'all got the fake Woo y'all gotta worry about. Y'all got Bloods y'all gotta worry about. Latin Kings y'all got y'all got a lot of enemies on y'all back. Y'all got too many. And this was Crips in the 90s. We know. This is why it baffles me that this alliance was not still going, because we know at one point in time, Crips and BGDs, GDs was outnumbered all the time. And it's not till now to where the Crips numbers are rising to becoming almost even. It's still not even. It's still more Bloods in New York than it is Crips. But it's starting to even out. What? It's crazy. And then now you got a lot of people to where now, on the Woo side of things too, a lot of people who repping Woo are turning Crip. When Wu's first came out, there was a lot of blood members in Wu. A lot of Crip members in Wu. But it was like almost, you know, wasn't even. More like 60-40, 70-30. But now it's just like, you might as well have, what? Because it's a lot of August 23rd members. The older ones don't jack, you know, but if you like under 25, if you don't know, if you're not running with them, you know something. So that's why you got a lot of older ones, a lot of older Crips. That's why we stay neutral. That's why we don't get involved with the Wu and the Cho as far as like choosing sides and all that, because I don't rep the 6 Point Star no more. I haven't for many decades. It's been a year. It's been over a decade. But I don't rep the A-ball neither. I don't throw it up with GDs and none of that stuff too. I know the A-ball been cracked. All I got to do is just follow suit with what's going on in these streets. But I don't hate GDs. I don't rep GDK. You know what I'm saying? That's not my shit. See what I'm saying? I don't got a problem with all blood sets. There's only one specific blood set I got a problem with. And if y'all watch my Harlem Smiley story, y'all know who that is. And they not even in New York. You know what I'm saying? What? Yo. Man, listen. I'm telling y'all. So, y'all gotta move the Chos. Y'all gotta move in these streets how like the Crips used to move back in the day. Y'all gotta move in silence and make y'all money. Cause right now, y'all outgunned on every aspect. Y'all music, now that like people know about 22Gs and the hell is the other? Damn, I keep forgetting this guy's name. But it's only like two really known, I'm talking about outside of New York, notable Cho rappers. But Wu rappers, they coming up. And now because they're coming up, it's a lot of people running around here outside of New York that know what Wu is. They still don't know what Cho is, but they know what Wu is. And they running with it and they jacking it. So y'all got a lot of enemy, Cho. Y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? I hate to see this like this, but it literally could be the rise and fall of the Cho rap game. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? People ask me why I don't do reaction videos on those. It's so many people doing reaction videos on Cho rappers and Wu rappers. I don't watch too many of them. The upper class, I like that one. See what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all better leave that man alone. Don't get punched in the face for thinking he's just a YouTuber. That is one of the most, I'm actually mad. I didn't think of that, but he's been doing it before me though. But that is one of the most catchiest things I ever heard in my life. Shout out to him, see what I'm saying? Because he got good content on here. He got good content on YouTube. When I mean on here, he got good YouTube content. And he's very unbiased. Sometimes in this game, regardless of who you're running with, you got to be unbiased. But the haters will hate. And all they do is just hate on this man. Hate on this man in the comments. Hate on this man when he going live. Hating. I'm not even going to lie. I only tuned into one of his lives before. But I have never seen nobody on YouTube have over 600 and something viewers. That's a lot for a live on YouTube. YouTube is not like Instagram. YouTube, if you got YouTube jumping and you got like 50 to 100 viewers looking at one time, you good. He got good content. It's just, I'm saying, y'all be trying to bring him out his element, but my advice to you, upperclassmen, just keep doing what you're doing, man. See, I'm saying people gonna hate. Your people's gonna hate. People in your gang gonna hate. People that's not in your gang gonna hate. You just gonna have haters. Keep doing what you're doing, man, but don't let nobody stop your paper, man. Don't let nobody get you in no crazy trouble to where it's going to stop your paper, man. It's what it is. Y'all leave that man alone, man. He going to punch y'all in the face for thinking he's just a YouTuber. That's one of the, I got some catchy slogans too, but that's a well-spoken, y'all be thinking because we YouTubers, we not out here in these streets. Y'all smoking. Remember who we was before YouTube. That being said, a lot of people know about Brooklyn drill rappers. A lot of people know about the Cho. A lot of people know about the Wu. It's way more people doing drill music. There's way more good music out there. I need y'all to do is, if y'all Harlem, if you from Harlem 30s, my set, LA, New York, Florida, Baltimore, y'all from Harlem, we not getting no recognition out here in these streets. Dave East is the only, him, it's a couple of Crips getting what's name right now, King Shooter. is getting but I mean, like, as far as like the smaller rappers, we got dope rappers. It's a bunch of dope rappers in Harlem. Y'all get at me. Y'all want me to start doing reaction to y'all? Because nobody's reacting to y'all videos. We got to support each other. Y'all get at me. Harlem_Smiley on Instagram. Get at me in the inbox. I need to start doing some Harlem Crip reactions to the videos. My little man from Harlem 30s TV, go subscribe to his channel. Go subscribe to that. He got a lot of the street stuff on lock. He give you a lot of the insight on the videos. I'm going to start doing reaction to the videos. We got dope rappers out there. Nobody's talking about. This is crazy. Dave East is not, I'm not even going to lie, he putting in work right now. He is not the only rolling 30 rap. It's like 10. It's like 10. That's going to be a whole nother blog into itself too. I want to give y'all some names and run through it, but nah, I want to wait till we start doing these. I'm just a Brooklyn Crip from a Harlem set. Show some respect. If not, cuz, put in a check. I'm up next. This is your boy Harlem Smiley, man. You have been tuned into the one, the only Dirt Gang TV. And if you rock with your boy, man, you know what it is, man. Subscribe to the channel. It don't cost y'all nothing, man. Subscribe to the channel. But if y'all do want to donate, when we go live, the super chat is available. The Cash App, though, is $Harlem Smiley. Cash App, $Harlem Smiley. If you want to donate to the cause, you don't got to, man. Corona out here running around, nobody ain't been to work. Trust me, I understand. So, hit the notification bell. I don't have a set schedule to when I be jumping on here. I do not have a set schedule. As y'all can tell, I got kids. We got a lot going on right now. There is no set schedule, so please hit the notification bell. With that being said, if y'all rock with me, man, hit the like button, man. The easiest thing you can do is the thumb. Turn it from white to blue. And if not one, put up two, man. Dirt Gang, man. We rolling, man. 9th Street.